Hello, hello. Welcome in this Potato with Noeshka Van Speybroek.
Hello.
Welcome, Noeshka.
Thank you.
So we are going to have another chat with someone very special for me. And she will tell us about her passion at this moment in life, which is, very unusual, I think.
Yes, it is.
Tell us.
So we are connected through Reconnective Healing.
Right.
That's how we know each other.
Yes.
I think that's an area where we both want to explore and grow in.
Yes.
And then something unusual, like you said, happened. I started a course, like you did, and a few other friends, by Roy Martina.
Yeah. Right.
Extrasensory Perception, the course is named. And I did that, I think it's been a year and a half now. I started the course because I was curious. I wanted to see, okay, what can this bring me? You never know. And I started it. 3 weeks in, we had to do we had to visualize. And a title came up, Concepts of Love was the first one. I said, oh, okay, interesting. I need to read a book. Couldn't find anything on the internet. Okay. So one of our mutual friends, Kelly, said, you're going to write a book. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I have no ambition to be writing anything. Yeah. But then soon after the title, I was drawn to my laptop and I started typing. So I had a title which changed to Concepts of Life, which is now the book. And I started typing. It took me about 6 to 8 weeks. I was conscious during the writing. It's called automatic writing. It's a sort of channeling, but I don't like to use the word. No. I just see it as information coming through. That's it. Okay. Everyone can do it. It's nothing mystical. Okay. So it took me 6 to 8 weeks, pretty much.
Show us.
Okay, yeah, of course. This beautiful book.
It is. Yes. It is really beautiful.
So it's in English, which is not my mother language, which was special as well. At first I had no idea what to do with it. I just let it happen because it was fun doing it. It was effortless. And I remember talking to you, what the hell am I going to do with this? I mean, is it going to be a book?
I remember this phase, we started this course, 4 of us, and the 3 of us, we already knew, I don't know how we knew it, but it was clear that you were working on a book, but you consistently said, I'm just, I'm doing some writings and, nothing special. And we were talking about a book and you didn't, it was a process for you.
Yeah, that was hard for me at first because I didn't have like I said, the ambition to write a book. I thought it was for the chosen ones, which is not a thing. But you guys helped me with that. You specifically to have respect for what came through, because that was
it is not, yes, it is special.
I had to honor it, and so I did make a shift at some point when it was finished. So I was done typing, because I can call it writing, but it was more typing. That's the way it was. But I did have to make that shift. Okay, I have this now. I have this information that is not mine. That comes from, who knows, source, the intelligence, collective field, whatever you want to call it. And I thought, okay, this is helpful for me. Maybe it can be helpful for someone else. So I said, let's do this. I never want to have regrets in life. If I think I'm gonna regret this, if I don't do it, I do it, regardless. I'm not talking about hurting people, of course, but creating, more in that sense.
Okay.
No, not aggressive. So I did choose to have it in a form, in a book, to have it printed, to have someone do the copywriting. I put in the effort. The biggest effort, in fact, was to put it in a form and to bring it to life, to give birth actually to it. And that was my personal process, because it's not that easy. You always have your own patterns, your inner you that says, oh really, are you going to do that? What are people going to say? But I couldn't resist. There was something in me that said, do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Don't talk about it, just do it. I did talk about it a lot with you. I said, oh, but Melissa, what am I going to do with this? And so there was a lot of that. So thank you for the support, big time. So everything came to life. It was poured into a form. And I remember the day that it was delivered at my house, all the books, and
the boxes.
I was really proud, because the thing I'm proud of is that I didn't just throw it away. I mean, I had this information that was helpful for me, and I could have easily said, no, I'm too scared to do anything with it.
Yeah, I remember this phase, you know, it's a bit like Reconnective Healing, when you feel that something is too beautiful to ignore. You just know you have to move on, and you know you're afraid of everything that is.
When there's a sense of power in wanting to create something that is bigger than your fear. Your fear becomes this when this power is initiated, when it's there, when you can't ignore it. And that's what happened, and I'm really happy I put it into a form, and I'm really happy about the responses.
Yes.
And even, I mean, I've read it multiple times. Then I had my copywriter do the final corrections, and even the substance, the content, still surprises me.
Okay.
I've read it, but because it's not completely my information, it's not. It comes from who knows.
And isn't it like, you know, there are multiple layers of, you know, energetic information that you get just when you need it? Is it?
Yeah, that's something you once told me, that it's like an instant integration.
Yes. I very much feel it like that. You know, I had, when I take it and I open it, it's, even if it's a page that I already read,
right?
It is, you know, I can read it and feel what it's doing with me.
Right.
It's really energetic for me. Although I can just read it and say, oh wow, yes.
Yeah,
you know,
it
like
doesn't
that.
work like that, does it?
Okay.
Well, it does. It works
It
like you
does.
said. Yeah. It doesn't work in the sense that you just read it. You can't just read it. It like you said, you feel it, and that's how you know it's not just you who wrote it. It's I was a tool. That's it. Yeah, it's something bigger.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. The way it should be read, but you can choose, everyone can choose how they read it. You can read it chronically, or you can just say, okay, I'm struggling with something, I need some answer or some clarity. That's maybe a better word. You just open a book. You don't have to say, okay, which chapter, you just open it, and it will give you
the answers you need. That
or
that
a portal to clarity. That's what it does. And I was hesitant, I must say, because that's something that came through and that I typed. And I was like, okay, am I going to leave this in? So my ego and stuff came into play. But I left it in because that's how it works. Even for me, when I'm struggling a bit, or I say, oh, okay, this is a bit, I need some, you know, something. I open it too, and I get like, oh, thank you. And I close it. And you can leave it there for 2 years, 3 months, doesn't matter.
Okay. So, I know you now started writing your second.
Right, yeah. Even before this one was printed.
You already started.
Yeah, it already started. Yeah.
Okay. And tell me about it.
So the first title was Concept of Love.
Okay.
I remember I thought, oh, I'm not getting into this. I mean,
Too
it's
complicated.
such a,
Relationships.
Well, relationships is not the same as love or connections, but okay, that's one of the chapters. But it's a big one. I mean, love is something that
so
occupies
universal,
everything,
yeah,
right?
But
yeah,
it
and has different interpretations.
Okay.
So it's really a big one, also for me. So it started coming through. I mean, a different process. It wasn't just in one piece. It was in pieces. When I was in bed, I had my notebook, and I woke up and then I thought, okay, no, I'm not going to get enough sleep if I keep doing this. So we're not going to do this. So I put the notebook away. So I have chapters on my laptop, and then I have different chapters. It's just, it's a puzzle, and maybe that's symbolic for what love is.
Oh wow!
But it's a big one, and it's gonna take time.
Okay.
Yeah. But the difference is this one is source energy. Let's call it this, and the second one will be my own process will be included as well, which will make it, I'm not going to say more difficult, but challenging to have it printed and put into a form.
Wow.
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
You already know that you are going to do it.
Yeah, but it's going to take time.
Yes.
It's I have a lot of titles. I have a lot of
chapters,
titles and chapters. And then I don't continue every day. It's something, I get an urge, and then I say, okay, now I'm going to continue.
You get to your laptop and you...
Yeah, and then I have my own document with the chapters. They're funny. I find the chapters funny. And then I feel, okay, which one am I ready to have come through? And that's the difference. This one was just in one piece.
So it is really, we are really talking about a personal process.
Yeah.
The personal process of life that will get a form, that will be getting a substantial...
Yeah.
That will be,
my own influence or experience, whether that be physically or energetically. I mean, love isn't just physically. I mean, I think people are starting to realize that. I hope, but they will. It's a co-creation like this one, but it will have my own influence in it. I already notice. So that's what makes it even more special than this one. I mean, this is my baby as well. I mean, but yeah.
Yeah. So Noeshka, I'm just going to, tell people where they can find the book. It's on your website.
It's on my website, the Bron Healing. When you type it, we'll put a link below. Yes. There you can find it. Whoever wants a personal message included, I will do it for free if you pay the book, of course.
Channeled message.
Yeah, channeled. Personal. Yeah. You know, I don't like the word, but it's something personal for you. Short, but to the core.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to what is our common
our
passion.
Yeah, what connects us. Yeah, one of the things that connects us.
And what probably was, as I experience Reconnective Healing is a tool. It's not a tool, but it's something that is giving me a tool to explore my life on a bigger plan. Yeah, and it's getting me in touch with so many talents that I never dreamt of, even.
Yeah, that you didn't know about.
That I didn't know about. So I think this is what helped you.
Yeah, Reconnective Healing for the both of us is a passion. I mean, I get bored easily with jobs, but this is not a job. This is a passion. This is something that pulls us instead of.
Could we call it a mission?
We could. They talk about the mission in Concepts of Life. Very interesting.
Okay.
They call it. I will say they call it tasks instead of a mission, because
Task.
when you say mission, you kind of limit it to one thing or one form, but it's much bigger. You can have different
tasks.
Yeah, tasks.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that's
interesting.
That's what I think it's a drive for the both of us, a kind of life purpose, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, yes. It is helping us to move on when we have a lot of resistance. We know, and this process of getting rid of the resistance and doing it anyway is helping us to move on and to really notice this acceleration we are into at the moment.
Right.
Isn't it?
I think this is a collective thing, that we're really in an acceleration. And one of the things that Reconnective Healing can help with, what you said with the hidden talents that come out, especially the personal reconnection, which is another area of Reconnective Healing, let's call it that. But it helps you lose that resistance. The barriers that you have that said, oh no, you can't do this, oh, you're not made for this. No, no. They fall away, they disappear, they dissolve, and you...
Yeah. I often say I have no choice, but it's in fact it's the opposite. I have
too many choices. Yeah.
And where before I couldn't, there was a lot of things I couldn't do, and now I have all these options, so it's beautiful.
Which is a luxury problem, actually.
It is. Yeah. So Noeshka, I think, I feel like we should do this again, because we have such a lot of things to say and to...
Yeah, when we start talking, guys, it doesn't end until one of us says, okay, enough.
Yeah.
We could do this again. What, the next book?
Oh, don't wait. We won't wait till the
It will take time, don't push me. But yeah, we can do this again, maybe on Reconnective Healing, the reconnection, whatever. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.